Hey, it's Joe Amoria, creator of GPSforlove.com. Are you at that point in your love life where you're frustrated and you're confused? You don't know where to go. You don't know who to believe. You've read all the books. You've searched the internet listening to all the quote unquote experts, including me. You've did vision boards. You've done affirmation. You've done tapping. You've got your friends and your family member all giving you their input and their advice. Most of them who are in crappy relationships for themselves. And you just don't know what to do. Well, if so, you're going to love this video because believe it or not, there was a time in my life where I was in the same exact place. I was having people tell me that I was too picky. I was having people tell me that I wasn't picky enough. I was having people tell me I should go to this singles event and go to that singles and go hang out at the church groups, church singles groups. And I should go out there and put myself out there more. And that, I should play these games. And that during this time, there was this really popular book. It was called The Rules, where, if you go out with somebody, you're not supposed to call them for 48 hours because you're going to be desperate. It's like, you got to do this and you got to say that. And you got to play these games and make a person want you and all this crap. And I really got to this point in my life where I was like, you know what? Enough. I said, I'm tired of listening to everybody and everything. I'm tired of pretending to do something just so I can find that special someone. And I made a promise to myself. And it was this promise that I really hope that you walk away from this video with. And that promise was that I was going to be me. And if I had to do something or be something simply to make somebody like me or want to be with me, and if I had to try that hard, then they simply weren't the right person for me. And that one instinct, that one decision changed everything like that for me because it allowed me the freedom to simply sit back and say, you know what, this is who I am. And if you can't like me and you can't love me for who I am, then you're simply not the right person for me. And that one choice, that one decision totally freed me up as I started dating, getting back into the dating pool, or as you know, I call it the dating cesspool, because yes, let's be honest, there's a lot of crap out there. But the reason it freed me up is because when I started dating, I didn't have to be somebody. I didn't have to worry about, well, are they going to like me? Or should I say this? Or should I do that? I'm like, you know what? This is me. This is who I am. And if you can't accept me, that's your problem. And so that choice, that decision allowed me to show up from the very first conversation I ever had with that person from that place. And it just totally freed me up to be authentic, to be genuine, and to be real. And it took this stress and pressure off of trying to make square pegs fit in a round hole. And at that point, I was like, I was done with that. I didn't want any more square peg, round hole relationships. You know what I'm talking about. I wanted the right one. And I wanted the one that was going to make, that the square peg was going right in the square hole. And I remember somebody saying to me way back then is that, when you meet the right one, you'll know. And I was like, bullshit. After everything that I've been through, I want high school transcripts. I want birth records. I want psychological profiles. I want DMV records. I want it all. Because at that point, I'd been dating enough to realize, everything starts off great. And then all of a sudden this monster appears where the person just checks out and just runs away. And yes, ladies, that happens to us guys too. And I was done with that crap. I didn't want any more of it. And so the reason I'm sharing this with you today is to realize that, people are going to do what they do. And if you sit back and don't try so hard to make square pegs fit into round holes, and you simply observe that people are so transparent, they're going to show you exactly who they are. Now, it might not happen after a couple of dates, it might happen after a couple of weeks, but sooner or later and relatively shortly, you'll see their true colors if you have your eyes and ears open. Now, as always, I'm all about action. So knowing this and going and listening to all the experts and reading books is wonderful, but if you don't do anything with what you're learning, it's really a waste of time. So the action today is for you to take some time out and see, where have you been going wrong? Have you been just searching for answers and listening to everybody else instead of living from yourself? And if so, why? Again, there's always a reason. So that's your homework for today. Take some mirror time and take a good look back over your past and see where you've been going wrong. And again, not to blame yourself. This isn't about pointing fingers and going, you suck. Not at all. You're awesome. It's just you may be doing things which unknowingly are contributing to the results you're not getting. So the only way you learn is to go back and really see, what's possibly missing here. And as always, if you get stuck, put a comment down below. We're here for you. That's the purpose of GPSforlove.com. We'll see you next time. Much love.